Welcome to the Majestic Truth Podcast. Join us as we delve into the mysteries of the universe, explore the unexplained, and shed light on some of the most important events that have occurred and are occurring in our world today. Get ready to open your mind, expand your horizons, and discover the extraordinary. This is the Majestic Truth Podcast. And now your host, Michelle.
Welcome back, Truth Seekers, to another episode of the Majestic Truth Podcast, the show that explores the most intriguing mysteries and unexplained phenomena from our world and beyond. I'm your host, Michelle, and today we delve into the fascinating world of the latest scientific discoveries, unidentified flying objects, extraterrestrial encounters, emerging conspiracies from today's headlines, and planetary updates from our world and beyond. We'll bring you some of the most intriguing sightings, groundbreaking scientific research, and the latest developments in the quest to understand what lies beyond our skies and the ultimate goal of disclosure. Whether you're a seasoned skywatcher or a curious newcomer, join us as we explore the mysteries of the cosmos and seek the truth behind the unexplained. Let's dive into this week's cosmic discoveries. Before we kick off the show here, head on over to majestictruth.com/episode 35 to see the overview of this particular episode. So let's get into it. First, let's talk about the new UFO director at the Pentagon. 5 things you need to know. The Pentagon has recently appointed Dr. Jon T. Kosloski as the new UFO director, a role that's gaining significant attention amidst growing public interest in UAPs. This pivotal position aims to address widespread curiosity and concerns about mysterious aerial sightings, ensuring that investigations are thorough and transparent. Dr. Kosloski's appointment marks a new chapter in the Pentagon's commitment to unraveling these unexplained phenomena. Well, we truly hope this is the case and that they will be more transparent with their findings to the public. Things you need to know. Item number 1. Who is Dr. Jon T. Kosloski? Jon T. Kosloski brings a wealth of experience and expertise to his new role as the UFO director at the Pentagon. With a background deeply rooted in intelligence and scientific research, he stands out as an exceptional choice to lead the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. So what are his background and qualifications? Dr. Kosloski earned his PhD in aerospace engineering from MIT, where his dissertation focused on advanced propulsion systems, an area closely related to many UAP sightings. He later went on to work for NASA, contributing to several high-profile space exploration projects, including those detailed in their HRP FY 2016 annual report. Before his Pentagon appointment, Dr. Kosloski held a significant position at the NSA. There, he was part of a specialized team that analyzed satellite data and other forms of intelligence to identify potential threats. His notable achievements include Project Sentinel, where he led a groundbreaking initiative that utilized AI to detect anomalous aerial phenomena. Interagency collaboration, where he fostered strong working relationships with other intelligence agencies, enhancing data sharing protocols. Dr. Kosloski's unique blend of technical expertise and practical experience in intelligence makes him a suitable candidate for this highly scrutinized role. His ability to navigate both the scientific and governmental landscapes will be crucial as he steps into this pivotal role, especially given the extensive experience he gained during his time at NASA, which is well documented in their annual reports, such as the 2015 report. We will link to these reports at majestictruth.com. Things you need to know about the new UFO director at the Pentagon. Item number 2. The role of the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. The All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, AARO, was established in the Pentagon with a clear purpose to investigate unidentified aerial phenomena. This office is leading the effort to address one of the most fascinating and controversial topics of our time. So what are the key responsibilities of AARO? AARO's mission involves working closely with other intelligence agencies. This collaboration ensures that all reported sightings are thoroughly investigated and information is accurately shared across various branches of national security. Conducting detailed analyses of UAP sightings is another critical responsibility. AARO collects data from multiple sources, scrutinizes it for authenticity, and then looks for patterns or explanations that could demystify these phenomena. While maintaining national security protocols, AARO aims to handle UAP data transparently. This helps in mitigating public skepticism and builds trust between the government and citizens curious about these aerial anomalies. The establishment of AARO signifies a serious commitment by the Pentagon to delve into unexplained aerial incidents. Its multifaceted approach aims to provide clarity on UAPs while ensuring comprehensive investigations that involve numerous expert agencies. Things you need to know about the new UFO director at the Pentagon, item number 3. The transition from Sean Kilpatrick to Dr. Kosloski. Dr. Jon T. Kosloski steps into this role with a rich background in intelligence and UFO research, promising a fresh perspective on these enigmatic phenomena. Unlike Kilpatrick, whose approach heavily focused on data declassification and public communication, Dr. Kosloski's experience at the NSA suggests he might emphasize advanced analytical methodologies and interagency cooperation. His reputation as a meticulous researcher could bring a new level of detail to UAP analyses. People are curious about how these two leaders will compare, especially with their distinct approaches. I guess we will have to see how this plays out. With such diverse backgrounds, this leadership transition is poised to introduce intriguing changes in how the Pentagon tackles UAP investigations. Things you need to know about the new UFO director at the Pentagon, item number 4. Challenges ahead for Kosloski. Dr. Kosloski steps into his new role with a lot on his plate, and one major hurdle is rebuilding public trust. Many people feel the government has been less than transparent about UFO investigations. Dr. Kosloski will need to demonstrate that AARO is committed to openness and honesty if he wants to win over skeptics. Another hot topic is data declassification efforts within AARO. There's ongoing debate about how much information should be made public. Some argue that keeping too much classified only fuels conspiracy theories, while others worry that releasing sensitive data could jeopardize national security. Public skepticism isn't new, but it's more vocal now than ever. Think about all those UFO sightings reported by reputable sources like military pilots. People want answers, not redacted documents. This is a balancing act. On one hand, transparency can enhance credibility and foster scientific inquiry. On the other, there's always the risk of revealing too much and compromising national security interests. Navigating these challenges isn't just about making policy decisions, it's also about changing perceptions. Dr. Kosloski will have to communicate effectively and often, perhaps leveraging social media or public forums to keep the conversation going in a positive direction. And finally, things you need to know, item number 5. Public perception and interest in UFOs. Public interest in UFOs has gone through various phases of fascination, skepticism, and renewed curiosity over the years. The appeal of the unknown has been fueled by popular films and TV shows. Titles like E.T., The X-Files, and Close Encounters of the Third Kind have embedded UFOs into pop culture. Online communities, and platforms like Reddit and dedicated UFO forums buzz with theories, sightings, and debates, keeping the conversation alive. Media coverage on UAPs has also evolved significantly. From sensational headlines to more investigative journalism, recent trends show a shift towards serious reporting. News outlets like the New York Times and CNN have given considerable attention to Pentagon reports and whistleblower testimonies. This dynamic interplay between media coverage and public perception creates a fertile ground for both skeptics and believers to engage in meaningful discourse. Bold moves by the Pentagon to declassify certain reports have only added fuel to this fire of curiosity. The question remains, how will Dr. Kosloski's approach affect public trust and interest? So, looking ahead at UFO investigations under Kosloski's direction, Dr. Jon T. Kosloski's appointment as the new UFO director at the Pentagon marks a pivotal moment in the future of UFO investigations. With his extensive background in intelligence and UFO research, he brings a fresh perspective to AARO. What can we expect moving forward? Kosloski aims to rebuild public trust by advocating for more open data declassification practices. His leadership promises better collaboration between intelligence agencies, ensuring comprehensive analysis of UAP sightings. anticipate increased efforts to engage with the public, addressing concerns and fueling interest in this enigmatic field. All right, next up on the show today, the incredible voyage of Stonehenge's altar stone from northeast Scotland. So let's talk about one of the greatest mysteries of the ancient world, Stonehenge. This iconic prehistoric monument has fascinated historians, archaeologists, and curious minds alike for centuries. With its massive stone standing proudly in Wiltshire, England, it's a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance. But did you know that Stonehenge's altar stone was carried all the way from northeast Scotland? But how? This isn't just any stone we're talking about. It's a 6-ton megalith that traveled hundreds of miles around 4,000 years ago. So why should we care about this? The altar stone's journey begins in the rugged landscapes of northeast Scotland. Understanding its origins provides valuable insights into the people who built Stonehenge. How did Neolithic builders transport such a colossal stone without modern technology? Exploring these ancient transportation methods sheds light on the capabilities and social structures of our ancestors. This incredible voyage from Scotland to Wiltshire isn't just about moving a rock. It's about uncovering the remarkable feats achieved by early human societies. So let's embark on this ancient journey together and unravel the secrets behind Stonehenge's altar stone. First, let's talk about the geological characteristics of the altar stone. The altar stone at Stonehenge is unique, not just because of its size, but also due to its distinct geological composition. This 6-ton behemoth is primarily composed of a type of sandstone that's found in northeast Scotland. It's fascinating to think about how ancient builders could identify and select such specific stones for their structures, highlighting their intricate knowledge of geology. All right, second, let's talk about the historical significance in northeast Scotland. Northeast Scotland isn't just a random point on a map. It's a region rich in history and geological marvels. The altar stone's origin here suggests that this area had significant importance during the Neolithic period. This discovery helps us appreciate the expansive networks and connections that existed across Britain, even 4,000 years ago. And third, let's talk about Wales versus Scotland and previous assumptions. For years, many experts believed that the altar stone originated from Wales, primarily because other stones at Stonehenge have been traced back to the Preseli Hills in Pembrokeshire. However, recent studies have shifted this perspective towards northeast Scotland. This revelation not only changes our understanding of Stonehenge's construction, but also opens up new avenues for research into Neolithic trade routes and cultural exchanges. These findings align with historical evidence suggesting extensive trade networks between different regions during the Neolithic period. Moreover, they provide valuable insights into the cultural interactions that occurred during this era, further enriching our understanding of prehistoric Britain. So that brings us to transporting a 6-ton megalith to Stonehenge. Let's dive right into the nitty-gritty of how these ancient masterminds might have extracted the altar stone. We're talking about a 6-ton behemoth that needed to be carved out and transported over an incredible distance. The methods they used are nothing short of fascinating. Evidence of tools found in the Preseli area for stone extraction provides some solid clues. Archaeologists have uncovered remnants of tools like rock wedges and hammerstones, which were essential in these massive undertakings. These tools weren't your everyday garden variety either. They were specialized, designed specifically to handle the tough task of splitting and shaping enormous stones. Imagine this. You've got a massive chunk of stone embedded in the earth. To extract it, Neolithic builders would first use rock wedges. These wedges, likely made from hard materials like flint or even tougher stones, were driven into natural cracks or manually created fissures in the rock face. The process was heavy labor. Think about hammering wedge after wedge until the pressure caused large sections to break away from the main body. Now, let's add hammerstones into the mix. These were essentially large, rounded stones used as hammers to drive the wedges deeper and deeper into the rock. It wasn't just about brute force. It required a lot of skill and precision. Each strike had to be carefully measured to avoid shattering the stone in an uncontrollable way. Once freed from its rocky cradle, Lifting such a colossal object wasn't any easier. Enter Julian Richards, an archaeologist who has provided some insights into how heavy stones might have been lifted using levers, a kind of ancient engineering marvel. Picture it, levers, possibly wooden poles or tree trunks, strategically placed under the stone. By applying a downward force on one end of the lever, workers could lift one side of the stone incrementally, gradually raising it enough to place supports underneath. In terms of initial movement before embarking on that long journey to Stonehenge, these ancient engineers might have utilized log rollers or sledges. Think about rolling a giant stone across logs laid out like a conveyor belt, or dragging it on a sledge made from timber, reducing friction and making it easier to move. The ingenuity involved is mind-boggling when you think about it. They didn't have cranes or trucks. They had human ingenuity and teamwork. Now let's talk about navigating the path of the stone. Overland versus maritime transport for Stonehenge's altar stone. So how was Stonehenge's altar stone carried all the way from northeast Scotland? First up, Overland Transport. Imagine the terrain stretching from Scotland to Wiltshire. This isn't a simple Sunday hike. We're talking about rolling hills, rivers, and potentially some pretty gnarly weather conditions. The journey would have required navigating through a diverse landscape, each section presenting its own set of challenges. The path from northeast Scotland to Wiltshire spans nearly 500 miles, cutting through varied terrains including valleys, moorlands, and riverbanks. This mix of geographical features implies that Neolithic builders had to be strategic about their route choices. Evidence suggests that Neolithic people were pretty savvy when it came to handling large stones. Tools like wooden sledges and rollers might have been used along flatter regions, while more rugged areas could have seen the use of levers and greased tracks. There's a common misconception that ancient Britain was covered in dense, impenetrable forests, which would have made overland transport impossible. But archaeological evidence tells us otherwise. Clearings and paths existed, likely maintained by communities living along these routes, who relied on them for trade and travel. This overland trek wasn't just about brute strength. It was about leveraging every available resource efficiently and working as a cohesive unit. The journey involved not only moving the stone, but also ensuring the well-being of the team undertaking this monumental task. All right, now, switching gears to maritime transport. Yes, our Neolithic ancestors weren't just landlubbers. They knew their way around water routes too. Imagine ancient boats crafted meticulously from timber, capable of withstanding coastal voyages and inland waterway journeys. These vessels weren't mere rafts, but sophisticated enough to carry heavy loads across significant distances. So let's talk about potential maritime routes. One possible route could have involved taking the stone via rivers to the coast, and then making a sea journey down the eastern shores of Britain before heading inland again towards Wiltshire. And what's the evidence to support their seafaring capabilities? Archaeological finds such as dugout canoes and remnants of ancient boats highlight that seafaring was not only feasible, but likely a well-practiced skill among Neolithic people. Historically, trade connections across Britain were robust, even during those times. Communities traded goods like flint, pottery, and yes, large stones. This network would have provided valuable support systems for such a daunting endeavor as transporting an altar stone. Navigating either path required immense planning, teamwork, and ingenuity, traits that our ancestors clearly possessed in spades. However, it's important to note that these two modes of transport, by land and by sea, weren't mutually exclusive. In fact, they could have been part of a larger strategy involving both overland and maritime routes to optimize the transportation process. Such integrated approaches are often seen in historical contexts where geographical barriers necessitate this kind of strategic thinking. To conclude this story of the ingenious voyage behind Stonehenge's altar stone, the ingenuity of Neolithic builders truly shines when considering how Stonehenge's altar stone was carried all the way from northeast Scotland. But how? It took a blend of sophisticated extraction techniques, strategic lifting methods, and either overland or maritime transport routes. This achievement underscores the incredible resourcefulness and collaborative spirit of ancient communities. Their remarkable dedication not only moved massive stones, but also laid the foundation for one of history's most enduring mysteries. As we conclude this episode of the Majestic Truth Podcast, it's clear that we are witnessing significant developments in the field of UFO research and historical mysteries. Dr. Jon T. Kosloski's appointment as the new UFO Director at the Pentagon signals a promising future for UFO investigations, potentially leading us to groundbreaking discoveries. His expertise and fresh perspective may open new avenues for understanding the unexplained phenomena that have intrigued humanity for decades. Similarly, our reflection on the ingenuity of the Neolithic builders at Stonehenge reminds us of the enduring capabilities of ancient communities. Their achievements in moving and constructing with such massive stones continue to inspire wonder and admiration, serving as a testament to human determination and collaboration. As we explore these mysteries, both modern and ancient, we're reminded of the boundless curiosity that drives us forward. Whether looking to the skies for answers or delving into the past, we remain united in our quest for truth. All right, truth seekers, that concludes this episode of Majestic Truth. For more information on this episode, visit majestictruth.com/episode 35. I hope you've enjoyed exploring the depths of the unknown with us today. Remember, the pursuit of truth and the quest for knowledge are ongoing journeys. So stay curious, stay open-minded, always follow your dreams, and keep seeking answers. And if you have your own theories or stories to share about UFOs and other conspiracies, reach out to us on social media or email us at truth@majestictruth.com. Don't forget to mark your calendars and set your alarms, because our next episode will be available in 2 weeks on your favorite podcast app. Trust us, you won't want to miss it. Until then, keep your eyes on the skies, your mind open, and remember, the truth is out there.
For updates, behind-the-scenes content, and a chance to engage with fellow truth seekers, stay connected with us on social media. Find us on Twitter at TruthSeekerPod, Instagram at Majestic Truth Seekers, and TikTok at Majestic Truth Seekers. Thanks for listening.